Hi everybody, Paul Cameron here from SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com with a clip from our monthly jobs-driven networking group, which meets in Wheaton, Illinois every third Thursday. Let's take a look.
How well do you read between the lines? If you take a look here, what you've got is 3 concentric circles. And what most people don't know is how they communicate. This is the backup stuff. Let me give you a picture. 55% is nonverbal. Now, we all rely on words. What's your pitch? What'd you put on a piece of paper? But we don't recognize that it starts with interpersonal relationships. Because if you're doing network, how you communicate with others is everything. Sound. What do you sound like? Do you sound confident? Or are you a little iffy? How about words? Too many? Too few? Do you tell the whole story? And can you do it in a crisp fashion? To get a little technical, when we talk about nonverbal and sound, we're talking what's called paralanguage. Average person doesn't have a clue about it. And yet, it is absolutely significant when you are networking and interviewing. We rely on language and we rely on words. But I want to talk a little bit about each of those elements. How do you present yourself? What if I suggested that you pull a string when you walk into a situation where you meet someone? It goes something like this. Anybody ever hear that example? Pull a string, stand tall, open your shoulders. It will give you the oxygen that brings the confidence. Sound. If you're feeling any kind of doubt, it will actually show in your voice. So you want to do a check. Project out loud when you are going to an interview or a networking situation. In other words, how many of you talk to yourself in your cars before you entered this arena? I got one. I got an iffy. All right? Okay? It actually is a good idea to get yourself projecting before you have that direct human contact. So I'm going to do some exercises. I'm not big on having people sit in their chairs and stare at me. So are you ready to get up? Let me give you the instructions first. You're going to find somebody that you don't know well or someone you don't know at all. And all I want you to do is introduce yourself, do your pitch, have a nice exchange. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Then we'll come back and we'll talk about what took place. All right. What'd you notice as you were talking to the person you were exchanging with? Did you notice whether people were animated? Did you notice whether they were making eye contact? Okay. All of these factors are part of the nonverbal and also the sound. Were they clear or did they interrupt? Was there any interrupting? That's one of the things that people do. They sometimes get so enthusiastic they jump in too soon, which affects listening. Okay? So thinking about what you have to say requires practice as well. So when you're talking nonverbal, inquire. A very simple question can make a world of difference. And then, of course, in your dialogue, it's better to ask questions. Are you clear about what I'm saying? Do you understand? I know I talk to IT people. I know that's Paul's specialty. The IT is Greek to me. It really is. But I understand the framing of the information. That's all I need. But you have to be able to frame it in a way that the other person can get it. Expressing empathy is essential. Now, we go into the corporate world, business world, and we are formal, and we give up emotion. Empathy is emotion. And guess what? If we're one human being to another, we need empathy. Now, that doesn't mean you agree with people, but it does mean that you show an interest in them. And one of the things I'd offer, I think I'm falling apart here, one of the things I would offer is show an interest in them first. You have to do something called watch your airtime. And what does that mean? They tell you about them, you tell them about you. Keep the airtime as even as you possibly can, so it becomes a give and take. One of the things I'd like to do is ask you to get up again, and we're going to do interviewing, but we're going to do it differently. I want you to pretend you are at an interview. I'm going to create teams of 3 people. One will be an interviewer, one will be the interviewee, and the other one will be the observer. You can all come on back at this point. This is the kind of thing you want to be doing with other people who are unemployed or family members or people who are employed. It's the practice. How many of you benefited from the feedback? Good. Yeah, this is a technique, again, very simple, but you have to take time to do it. Your body speaks before you utter a word. So remember, read between the lines.
I hope that was helpful for you, and please check out the rest of our YouTube channel for more tips and strategies to help you with your job search. Just look for Speed Up My Job Search, all one word, or use the link on your screen now. Now, if you'd like to join us at our next meeting, just go to drivestaff.com/JDNG for details. Each month we cover a different aspect of networking to help you sharpen your networking skills and to help you build your network with the other attendees. Now, if the location or the time doesn't work for you, we do have an online version available as well, and you can still network with us in our online private member forum. I'd love to meet you at the next one, so I hope you can make it. Thanks for watching.